कौन है? सदर। मुनि कहाँ गए? सदर कैसे गए? हम्म। हाँ, अच्छा। क्या?
Yes, hi, good evening, all.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good
Okay,
evening, ma'am.
yes, hi. Okay, so it is a very long back, almost 2 weeks before we connected, almost 20 days before. Okay, so almost, yeah, 15, more than 15 days. Fine. So I just wanted to interact with everybody, like whatever the concept we have done the previous sessions. So one after the other, just repeat the concepts so that we can remember all the concepts and we can start the new concept for today. So you guys don't remember what are all the topics that we have discussed in the previous classes.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, so today the new topic is all about cost accounting. Okay, so the maintenance of cost that I'm explaining you for today. You can see the practical problem. So cost category and cost center, two different columns we have here. Okay. Yeah. So basically what happens, the expenditure, whatever the expenditure we do from the company point of view, you do any expenditure. So that will be treated into two things actually. One is the controlling one, the other one will be a financing one. Okay. So basically controlling means what? The one which, how we control the cost of production for the company. Controlling the cost of production for the company purpose. Okay. You manufacture any product. Before manufacturing any product, we will analyze the budget actually. So the budget wise, we will analyze a small budget. So the product cost, what is the manufacturing cost, how much time is required for manufacturing, how many labors are required for manufacturing, what will be the wages that we have to pay for that labors if the cost is not produced or manufactured on time by the time. So how much extra time is required for that, how much extra amount that we have to pay for the labors. So everything we will analyze, all the things we will analyze. Okay, so these things are all basically commerce students, they will learn in their BCom or BBA also in the cost management subject actually. It's a very lengthy subject. Okay. But in the tally, it is a very small concept. It is not like very lengthy, but it's a very small concept only you are going to learn here. Okay. So it is also a expenditure statement only. It is also financial expenditure statement only. Okay. But here, only the things like related to costing only we will be maintaining here. It is similar like finance expenditure. Okay, cost expenditure is also very similar to a finance expenditure. But here, everything you will read under indirect expenses and direct expenses only. Okay, so basically, you can see two things. Category I have taken, center I have taken. Category I have taken as a purchases, cost center means under that purchases, what are all the costs that include, it comes under the cost center. Category, under that category, whatever it includes is a center. Understood now? So here, factory overhead, office and administrative overhead, selling and distribution overhead means each and every stage of the expenditure that includes in the company at the time of manufacturing a product until the product reached to a customer. Starting from the raw material consumption until the product reached to a customer. You know, this is also called as a say starting from the raw material consumption and until it reached to a customer is also a chain actually, business chain. Okay, so here what happens, raw material consumption will be from company. Once the raw material is consumed, so we will place that raw materials manufacturing in the manufacturing unit. Products will start manufacturing. We will place them in the warehousing. We will place them in a different godowns like finished godowns, semi-finished godowns based on the product status. And say we will sell them to a wholesaler, we will sell them to a retailer, we will sell them to a customer. Correct? No. So, starting from the raw material consumption, the cost that includes starting from the raw material consumption until it meets to a customer, whatever the cost it includes there, everything comes under the cost accounting only. Based on this controlling, here the persons, if particularly few employees will be working under this controlling only. So based on their reports, the finance reports is also prepared. Okay, so these people will analyze everything and it is completely internally. We prepare all these reports for internal company purpose only. Why? Because no, based on these reports only external reports are prepared. financial accounting reports, whatever you prepare, balance sheet, profit and loss account, cash flow, fund flow statements, everything is the external statements for you. Only controlling is the internal statement. Internal statement. Based on your internal statement, your external statements are prepared. Understood? No. So let me do this first. Then you can take like first let me explain you how to do this practically first. Later on I'll give an option to you guys so to work practically. Okay, write down the steps also. Like so listen very carefully, write down the steps also. Like listen very carefully how I am doing. First let me explain you. Later I will give an option for you to do actually. So raise your hands. How many of you have are joined through a laptop, so that after me completing, I want you guys simultaneously you have to do it. Understood na? Simultaneously. How many of you have joined through laptop? So how many of you have joined through laptop? Okay. So first, this is a new topic. I'm creating a new company here for the new topic. Okay. So creating a new company. Address. I'm taking like I'm not giving any address and all. I'm taking directly only Karnataka state and accepting my company here. So just accept the company. That's it. Okay. So you can see here. You can see here create option. You have a create option here. You have a create option here. Okay, so just click on this create option from the gateway of Tally. This is a gateway of Tally menu. Double click. You can see here cost center you have, but we need a cost category also. Just observe you have only cost center. There is no cost category. Click on show more option. You can see cost category here. Double click on cost category. Click on create new. So we have almost say 4 categories are there. Correct. All the 4 categories you have to create. Say you have to create a purchase, a factory overhead, office and distribution, selling and overheads. Say selling and distribution overheads, office admin, factory. Okay, so here you can see in the right side, each and every place, a few things are repeated. Say indirect wages is provided, remuneration is provided, rent and rates are there, salary is there in the factory overhead. That means the work which takes place under the manufacturing units or warehousing or any factory outlet. Office and admin overheads means external layout work, and selling and distribution means the people who are completely involved only in the selling process. Understood? No, each and everywhere report everywhere the expenses will be same, but categories will be different. Understood? No, categories will be different, almost same similar expenses only it will be there. Okay, fine then. So first I'm creating a purchasing here under the category purchasing. Control A, directly you can do accept. Control A, purchasing, control A. Next, factory overhead. Factory overheads. Next, office and administration overhead. Office and administration overhead. Next, selling and distribution. Selling and distribution. I have taken all. Selling and distribution, everything. So, understood, no? Any doubts you have here? Is it clear till here? Is it clear? Next is cost center. Come to a cost center. So you select a purchasing one. Under this purchasing, create all purchase of materials, carriage inwards. Purchase of materials, control A, you do accept. Carriage inwards, control A, accept. After that, go to a category, change your category. Under this category, you take indirect wages. Indirect wages I have taken. And rent and rates. See, rent and rates again, you have for both. Correct. So in the bracket or hyphen, just mention as a factory. Don't forget that. Okay. So salary. Salary also for office also you are giving a salary. For factory also you are giving a salary. Mention like this. Factory expenses. Okay. So everything you have to do under the factory overhead only. So indirect material. That is material cost. So material cost. Okay. Control A, accept. So MD is remuneration. That means like the person who is taking care of that entire department is salary. Okay. So here also mention factory because different layout, different people will be taking care. Okay. Done. Correct. So next, office and distribution. Here also you mentioned the same thing. Rent and rates. Yeah, office. Salary. Office expenses. So next, directors. These are all based on assumption we have taken. Apart from this, you will have still many more expenses will be there. Understood? No, these are all just like few examples only. Okay. So next, yeah, selling and distribution. Selling expenses. You can also take as a promotions. Promotions and ads. Traveling expenses. Van and service charges. Say promotion ads, the traveling expenses, van and service charges, everything comes under one only. So category is created, center is created. Two things are created. Okay. Next, come to our vouchers. In the voucher, you have to put a payment voucher only. So for purchasing, you have to create a ledger. Okay. For purchasing, you have to create a ledger. So for purchasing, what ledger I'm going to create? Same ledger only you create. Ledger account. Under indirect expenses, you take same factory overhead, Everything you take same thing only. Purchase ledger means same purchase only you create here. There is nothing. Okay, you have to create a same ledger only. Okay, say come to a create option. You create a purchaser. Purchase will come under indirect expenses here because it is a payment voucher you're taking and directly it is a expenses only. So take under indirect expenses only. So just control A you to accept. You take total some huge amount here. Do enter. Select purchases here. You divide that amount. Say for example, here I'm taking 18,500 for carriage inwards. Purchase of raw material like this. You have to do it in this process. Do enter. Say it should show in this format. Okay. Do enter. Either you can take a cash or a bank account. Definitely that will show you negative balance only because we don't have any opening balance here. Okay. So just same. Okay. Date. We will just do the configuration for data. Control A you to accept. That's all. Okay. Let me create for others also. See, I have a factory overhead here. Next is factory overhead. This is a factory overhead, correct? So you can create as a factory overheads only. Don't change the names. Whatever expenses you're taking, you should create according to that expenses. Okay, ledger names and all. Under indirect expenses only it will come. Here also, I'm taking some length, huge amount, factory overhead. Say, I'm going to divide all the amounts here accordingly. 6,500. Material master 20,000. Some amounts, I'm going to create all the amounts in this format. See, like this. See, like this. Okay. Do enter. See, it looks like this for you. Enter and take a cash. Control A you to accept. Understood? So next, office and administrative overheads you have here. Office and administration overheads. So here also same procedure. Create. So office and administration overheads. Control A you to accept. So here also I'm going to take some huge amount. See, like this. Okay. See. Next, selling and distribution overheads. We're taking as a selling and distribution overhead. Okay, save it. That's all. Done now. After all doing these things, if you want to see the reports, go to display, statement of accounts, you go, click on cost center, go to cost category, see the display. However you have done, it will show you in this way. Clear, no? Any doubts you have? Is it clear?
Ma'am,
Yes.
we have to create a new company for this cost accounting, ma'am.
You can
We
create
can't
a
create
new
it in.
company. You can create a new company or you can do it in the same company also.
Ma'am, while we're entering the journal, ma'am, like payment voucher, ma'am. How it's showing like direct cost category and all. But there it would show that the ledger and all.
I didn't get your question.
Ma'am, while we enter the journal like payment voucher, ma'am, vouchers,
Hmm. Hmm.
it would show create ledger and all. But in
Hmm.
this, it's showing like cost center directly, ma'am.
Call center directly, it will not show. You're enabling call center, no, before you do, at the time of creating.
Yes, ma'am.
Here you are going to enable, right? While you create here, show more. First time when you create, it will show you that you want to enable. There you are giving a S option. Then only it will show you.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm. Okay, if these options are enabled only, those options will come. If it is not enabled, it will not come. So before, like if you want, you can try in your system. First time you do, it will ask you, you want to enable a cost center category. Once you click on S only, the process will go further. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, you created a purchase account, ma'am, in cost category.
I have not created cost category in the purchase account. Purchase account itself, it is a category. You can
Yes,
see
ma'am.
my chart. This in the very beginning only I told you these are all expenditure. In the
Yes,
expenditure
ma'am.
you have different categories. Under that purchase is also one of the category. You can take as a purchase or you can take as a raw material consumption. Okay, you can take as an inventory account also. Okay, because purchase is one of the example I have taken. You can either take an inventory account or raw material consumption or anything there. It is one of the expenditure. That's it. Okay, purchase means like it is not like as the previous sessions I told you purchase you should take under purchase account. That is a external one. This is a internal one. Internal one means this is just an example. That's all. Purchase account is one of the ledger means it is an example. You can treat as an inventory account or you can treat as a raw material consumption account or anything over there. Okay, it is a expenditure. That's
Okay,
it. Okay.
ma'am. That purchase. If I create the purchase account, like you created it just now, uh, purchase like purchases you mentioned in cost category, ma'am. You created that
Yes.
one.
Hmm.
Once we open the statement, ma'am, like our profit and loss statement, in those
You
things,
don't have
it
to
will show.
see the profit and loss account for now. I told you to see the display where. Display more report statement of accounts. I'm telling you. I am telling you every time from the beginning of the session. I'm telling you this is an internal report. It is not an external report. A profit and loss account balance sheet is an external report. This is an internal report. I'm telling you. Okay. So
Exactly,
when
ma'am.
you see these things in the balance sheet, so that will look completely different for you. Okay, so just observe. It will look different for you. Understood? No. So whatever I'm telling you, like it is a internal report. The way of seeing the internal reports are different. Way of seeing the external report is different. The
Okay,
way
ma'am.
of maintaining an internal report is different. Way of maintaining an external report is different. People will work particularly for internal. People will work particularly for external. This is completely controlling. That is completely financing. Education
Okay,
wise
ma'am.
also this is a cost accounting, that is a financial management. Understood, no?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, external reports. Say for learning purpose, you people are students. Say when you start learning from the first PUC till your BCom final year, you will learn everything because entire knowledge is required for you. All the accounting knowledge is required. Cost accounting is also accounting only. Everything why they will teach you, because you should have a core knowledge on all everything. The core knowledge should be there. But when you work professionally, when you work real time professionally, you have to stick for one. Either you have to stick for a financing or controlling part. Understood? No. But some
Okay,
basic
ma'am.
knowledge is required. That is the reason some basic knowledge is required, means not in very in depth. But 10%, 20% of that subject we are going to explain you in the tally course. Understood? No.
Oh,
So here you will learn finance, external reports, which we have already done. Profit and loss account,
okay.
balance sheet, everything we have already prepared. This is the internal report. This is a
Yes,
very
ma'am.
small topic. Next, stock maintenance. Again, stock maintenance is completely related to materials management. So the people who are working particularly for purchasing, they work under a stock maintenance, purchasing and selling. Okay, next you have a salary maintenance, that is a HR management, so salary, payroll management, like that. So each and every concept will have a 10 or 20% knowledge we are giving you in the tally course. Understood? No.
Yes, ma'am.
And next it comes like say taxation. The taxation what we will learn completely about a tax, TDS, GST filing, returns filing, everything you will learn in the taxation. Understood, right? Again, the people
Yes,
who
ma'am.
are working on a taxation, they will be having a separate performance level. Their, like say, their strategy will be completely different. One person cannot work on everything. Understood, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Different people will have a different core knowledge, and their professional will be different. Understood, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
um, why you will learn all the things, because knowledge is required for you. And when it
Yes,
is
ma'am.
coming to a professional, you have to choose any one option, not like everything you're pushing on all everything. It's not like that. Based on your education, based on your previous work experience, if you're already working, means based on your previous work experience, based on your education, only your future also will be there. Say most of them, they work, they have learned MBA, they have done the MBA, and if they start working on Java or Python, means you cannot do that. Maybe for survival you can learn, or you can get some fake experience certificates, or you can learn the subject and you can go, but the subject will be very harder for you. You cannot survive so easily in that platform. Same way,
Yes, ma'am.
BTech students, they cannot work for a finance. Understood? No. So
Yes, ma'am.
whatever the subjects you have, based on your subject, in your subject only you have a bright future. I'm telling you that. Commerce means
Yes, ma'am.
it's not so little thing actually. It is a very, very big actually. You have a
Yes, ma'am.
very good and wide opportunities here, like just like a banyan tree. Understood? No.
Yes, ma'am.
So here it's like a ocean also. Like if I want to say, it's like a ocean. Many things are there in the finance. You recently you have say which is trending, fund
Yes,
management, which
ma'am.
is recently which is trending actually. Okay, the people who are learning CA, CMA, and all. For them, it's a very bright future if they go for a fund management along with their professional study. Even BCom student also they can learn fund management actually. So it's a booming actually now. Understood, right? So SAP you have, SAP finance you have, SAP controlling you have, SAP materials you have, SAP sales you have, SAP HR you have. Many are there. Okay.
Yes.
So all the things and all depending on your education, depending on your previous job. You can learn any course now, but when you go for a job, anything, any job you apply for, any designation you apply in the HR round interview, in the mandatory skill, they will particularly look into your previous job. What is your previous job? What is your skills? What is your education? Your profile will be selected based on that only. Understood? No. Apart
Yes, ma'am.
from that, if something you want to get selected in any of the company, it all depends on the influence or reference only.
Okay, ma'am.
Understood? So that is why education is more important. Learning all the skills is more important. But whatever skills you learn, that should be useful for you. for your career path only. Understood, right? Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all for today's class. Uh, yeah. So that is today. It is enough for today. Okay. So practically we can do it for tomorrow. Understood, right? So what we
Yes,
will
ma'am.
do, we'll continue for the next class. Okay.
Okay.
So next class, say after every class, I'm telling you, if you join through laptop, you can learn many things. Abdul can practice from your end. Just send me the screenshot, whoever they're practicing. So go to a display more reports, go to statement of accounts, take cost center, category summary, take this screenshot and send me. That's it. Okay. After practicing this concept, only the screenshot of this category summary have to send me. That's it. Okay. So that that concept is done for the day. Okay. Fine then. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.